For a long time, cybersecurity was treated as an IT problem. It lived in the server room. If something went wrong, the IT team fixed it and everyone else assumed the issue was handled. But in the defense industry, that mindset simply doesn't work anymore. Cybersecurity has become a business risk because that's what's being targeted. Today isn't just computers. It's the information that powers national defense. Engineering drawings, weapons system designs, flight software, logistics data, and controlled unclassified information. If adversaries steal that data, the impact goes beyond for an IT outage. It can undermine years of research, billions of dollars in development, and potentially the technological advantage of the United States. And adversaries know that. For years, nation-state actors have been actively targeting the defense industrial base. They don't always go after the largest prime contractor. Often they look for the smaller supplier, somewhere down the supply chain, who has access to sensitive information, but may not have the same cybersecurity maturity. Let me give you a simple example that illustrates the shift. I spoke with a company a while back, solid engineering firm, about 100 employees, great reputation. They had been supporting defense programs for years and doing excellent work. From their perspective, cybersecurity meant having antivirus installed and an IT provider managing their network. Then one day, they received a notice from a prime contractor asking them to demonstrate compliance with NIST SP 800-171 and the cybersecurity clauses in DFARS 7012. Eventually, that conversation evolved into the requirements under the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, or CMMC. Suddenly, cybersecurity wasn't just an IT conversation. It was a boardroom conversation because they realized something important. If they couldn't demonstrate that they were protecting controlled information, they might not be eligible to continue working on the contract that made up a large portion of their revenue. That's the moment a lot of companies realize. Cybersecurity is a business issue, and it affects reputation. The other shift we're seeing is that cybersecurity is increasingly viewed as part of mission assurance. Defense contractors are not just vendors. They're part of the national security ecosystem. The systems they design and the software they build ultimately support warfighters. If adversaries gain access to that information, the impact isn't theoretical. So what we're seeing across the defense industrial base is a change in mindset. Cybersecurity is moving from the IT department into executive leadership and risk management. CEOs, boards, legal teams, and program managers are now part of the conversation. Because the reality is simple. If cybersecurity fails, it's not just the network that's affected. The mission, the contract, and sometimes the future of the company can be affected as well. That's why cybersecurity has become a core business function for defense contractors.